Employment screening for jobs involving children. I saw that. To call for a mandatory pre-employment screening for jobs involving children. Semalam dalam Facebook dan juga dalam media sosial, kita dapati beberapa video berkait dengan seorang cikgu di Kuala Selangor yang berkait dengan sexual abuse, di mana beliau telah memanggil seseorang ibu dan mengatakan kepada ibu bahawa kalau anaknya, I will get a job for your daughter if she sleeps with me or if she has sex with me. Now, this is not the first time he has done it, and some of the videos is actually 4 years ago. But the point I want to raise is, this is not new to Malaysia though. Since 2015, this has become a problem in Malaysia. Di mana kita dapati people that we trust, that means government servants that we trust, teachers and so on, including our students who go overseas, have been implicated either with pornography or with sexual abuse. And I think this is very, very serious. If you look at Reuters information, the second page, Reuters reported that in the case of Malaysia, 12,987 cases of child sexual abuse were reported to police between January 2012 and July of this year. This is a very high number, very, very high number. And also, what Bukit Aman had to say about this. Bukit Aman says, Malaysia ranks third in ASEAN countries for possession and distribution of child pornography. And then we also have the story of Richard Huckle, that the very famous Richard Huckle, who was involved in raping and also abusing Indian children in a variety of homes in Malaysia. And then we also have Mara scholar Nur Fitri Azmi Nordin, who was also implicated in similar issues. So I think this is going on for quite some time, and this is not new anymore, and therefore the government has to take this seriously. While we have Sexual Offences Against Children Act 2017, but it appears that it is not enough to control predatory sexual behavior of people that we entrust power with, in this case teachers. So therefore, I think we have to become more serious and more strict and more serious in the enforcement, and therefore I call upon the government to actually begin a pre-employment screening and police checks mandatory for teachers, volunteers and others who work with children or who have access to them. So this will involve teachers, also kindergartens as well, because I've heard from sources, from parents, how their children have been abused by kindergarten teachers. So this is a very severe, it appears systemic. That means it's across the system. It's across the system, and therefore it needs active and strong intervention of the state. And I think this is not something that we have to take lightly anymore. So that we have called for a sex offenders registry, and to ensure that sexual predators and pedophiles have access to mental health counseling as well. But all this, nothing is happening. And how many more teachers should go on social media to get the attention of the government? So I think it is time, masa dah sampai sekarang untuk kerajaan untuk implement mandatory pre-employment screening of jobs involving children. This will start with the teachers, kindergartens, as well as other areas where children are exposed to, including games as well, swimming, and so on and so forth. Any questions on this? Because yesterday when I saw the video, I said we have a law, but the law is useless.
So maybe you want more amendments to be made to the current sexual...
Yeah, and more seriousness in handling the problem, because this problem is systemic. We have always heard it, but it's coming out more often now. It's coming out more often. And then when I did the research, when I realized that 12,987 cases, this is quite a bit. And ASEAN, Malaysia is the number 3 in ASEAN in terms of sexual offences against children and child pornography, distribution of child pornography. I don't know how child pornography works, but the fact that if we are third highest in Malaysia, then something is wrong. Something is really wrong, right? So we need to address this issue, and the initial stage should be a pre-employment screening of people who are working with children, school teachers, kindergarten teachers, and so on. Any questions?
question. Usually this pre-employment screening is the responsibility of which ministry? Is it just education?
No, well, in this case, it will be education. So education will work with the relevant authorities, including the police, to ensure that all the people who are going through the system have no record or who are clear of child pornography and whatever or other definition of sexual predatory behavior. Actually, people have made so many reports already. The first video came out. It was in 2014 or 15, I think. You know where the guy is bleeding? There are two videos, right? Where the guy is bleeding. That was an old video. And there's a new video where MIC leaders are talking to him. This is not. I mean, you and I can't counsel. We're not trained to counsel these people. You need people with expertise to do these kinds of counseling. And my concern is that if such a problem with a teacher is prevalent across the board, then something urgent has to be done. This is the issue. And we do not know the extent. All we do is we hear, and mostly parents don't want to talk about it because they don't want to implicate their children. But it happened, I tell you, it can happen. I've parents coming to me telling me teachers in schools who are doing it in my kawasan. So I know it's happening, but the point is it is becoming more common. It is becoming more regular now. So therefore, the government has to be proactive to stop it, because these are children. Children are powerless in this case. They are abused by somebody who has got the power, and therefore the social relationship allows the abuse to take place. Okay. Not at Saram, I know. Any questions on this? Thanks, thank you very much.